I call dibs on making the reality shows about white-only towns. I call dibs. Yeah. Because, holy shit. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I mean, my head explodes when I think of all the different situations and how they would sort that out. Because I know they think it's going to be some kind of white paradise. But if you don't have anyone to other inside of there, like their life wouldn't have the same purpose. Because if they think that their purpose can just be devotion to God, I don't think they understand how devotion to God works. Because in most circumstances, devotion to God is about othering people. And you're doing the Lord's work by othering people. It makes so much sense. But I think about the dynamics between the men and the men, whether that's a financial struggle, like who's going to be on top, and also who's going to be on top, who's going to be on bottom, you know, in the shadows. And then the dynamic between the women and the women, who would be absolute monsters. They would be the biggest C words of C words. They would be the most terrifying creatures on the planet. 100%. Like Mean Girls on the crackiest crack. And then the dynamic between the men and the women. The gossip in that. The gossip in those towns would give gossip a new meaning, because you'd never have seen anything like it, ever. Then I want to know what they wear, who decides what they wear, who monitors what they wear. Do you get to stay in, or do you get kicked out? Do you get put in timeout? Then I want to know the financial system. We know it would have to be capitalism, because socialism and communism are gross and weird and creepy and evil. So it has to be capitalism. So you're going to have winners and losers. And those losers, my God, scary, scary. So I guess maybe no losers allowed. Then, okay, so then like we go to hospitals and medicine. Like, is it just essential oils? Because, you know, they don't believe in big pharma. So is it just eat from gardens and then essential oils and blessings? Because, you know, got lots of blessings during COVID instead of getting vaccines. No vaccines. Oh, shit. So maybe they won't be around long. You know, maybe someone visits with something real bad. You know what I mean? Leave it. Okay, so we've got that. Then, like, religion, that's the one. Like, who makes the religious rules? Because I know they think, well, everyone can just do their own thing, but that doesn't really work. Because religions are competitive. And while they act like we're all unified in Christ, the fuck they are. They're unified in getting their own money and their own power. And right now, the number one cult in America, the most dangerous, is MAGA. And number two is the Mormon cult, because they are richer than God. And they are sneaky, and they're chameleons, and they are conniving, and they are very dangerous. And right now, you know, they're making sure the garments are real small so they can fit into tank tops and things. They're trying to be able to do, you know, TikToks and Instagram and look like everybody else. And now they're wearing a cross, which used to be blasphemy not long ago. Like, other churches wore that, and that's part of what made them evil. And you were trained to be terrified of other religions. You know, Catholics were called the Great and Abominable Church. So you were terrified of them. If they wore a cross, it was like made your stomach jump. And there's no way Mormons are going to give up revenue around this, because they blackmail their members into giving them 10%, because if their kids die, they'll never see them again. So it's a very soothing place to be. And they use their labor like no one's business. Would they allow a temple there? Like, who gets what corner lot? Like, that part would be really interesting to watch. What businesses, like, oh, like my head explodes. Like the teenagers over there building or digging tunnels under the walls so they can get the hell out. Can you imagine the rebellion of the teenagers in there? Oh my God. They probably take all the parents out, just straight. So, yeah, anyway, I call dibs.